Hey guys, Deathletter Magic here, and I wanted to breeze through an interesting story. I don't want to get way too into the details because I'll just tell you right now, in my opinion, this entire thing is a scam and some kind of mistake because we're lacking the details that would prove this, and it's so narrow. Let me just jump into it. I'll explain it. So, according to PC Gamer, I'll link to the whole article if you want to waste your time reading it. The author is Jonathan Bolding, and he talked to some guy and verified, quote, some parts of the story. Does that involve where he bought this from? Because that's the only thing I care about. Anyway, okay, so some guy named Michael works as a partner at a New York law firm, so he's got a ton of money, in theory, I guess. Depends on how well they're doing. And he's been into magic since about 96. Cool. He also, because he's got, spare money, even though he lives in New York, which has some pretty bad rent prices. And seriously, look around. Like, how have you not moved yet? What is wrong with you? Take your entire law firm and move it. Like, seriously. Anybody still living in New York, like at the end of 2021, is out of their damn mind. But anyway, he got into stocks, the stock market investments, that kind of stuff, kind of casual, whatever, I guess. And he's watching investments go up and down, and he's like, compare this to the price of like old magic stuff. That's outperforming it. So I guess he took some money out of his stock portfolio and put it towards buying one pack of beta. Not alpha, not anything else, not, 5 of these packs worth $100. No, he just bought exactly one beta booster. Now, the article doesn't say that he didn't buy anything else, but it doesn't say that he did. And that's why that's like super ultra sus point number one. Also, nowhere does it say who he bought it from. And it sounds like he refused to disclose that to anybody else. So he bought this fairly recently, and then he said, Sunday morning rolled around, and I woke up and started to really question my investment. So it says he got a bit frantic, and he's like, okay, just now I'm finding out that you can search the pack. Like that's new information that he found out after being in the game since 96 and after purchasing the pack, because you certainly wouldn't buy a searched pack and put all your money into just one beta pack instead of something that's closer to 50 to 100 a booster, like I said. And even then it's box mapped. My God, people, just do not buy sealed product. Period. It is all a scam. So no, he buys beta, then regrets it, then decides I'm going to search the pack. So with just alpha and beta, it wasn't aluminum coated mylar, which is I assume what they use now, or something similar. Basically blocks all light. So they didn't do that back then. It was just regular, kind of thick plastic. So if you can kind of scooch the cards just right with, something kind of blunt, not too sharp, don't want to damage the card edges, and then shine a super bright light of a certain wavelength through the top of it, you can basically read what the top card is. I've seen it in videos. It's doable. Okay. It can be done. People do it. You'd have to be out of your damn mind to buy a beta pack. Let me just put it that way. So this dude even sends a picture. There's a picture of it right in the article. He's got a beta booster pack with a gun price tag on it that says $2.45. Oh, is that supposed to make me feel bad? Like, oh man, now it's worth $7,000 to $10,000 for a sealed pack, and I could have gotten it for $2.45. Oh man, and I should have invested in Google and Amazon and Apple. That shit don't even faze me, bro. When it comes to that scale of money and losing out on that potentially big of an investment, I'm just numb to it. I wake up every day dead inside, okay? If you haven't heard, as of, the last 2 days with Bitcoin's going up about 22%, I have retroactively lost just under, if not actually at this point, just over $100 million on Bitcoins. 100 million, 1/10 of $1 billion. US. Because, I lost 40 coins at Trade Hail, and then I sold 45 more Bitcoins that I got out of MT Gox in time, which I thought was funny. Got 5 or 6 Bitcoins out of BTCE before they folded. By folded, I mean got arrested by the Russian government. Or maybe it was American, I don't know. It happens, okay? It was a rough time, 2010 through 2015. And then we had the exchange that was holding my Litecoins, of which I'm pretty sure I bought 300,000 of, which that alone's worth about $100 million by itself. And just, yeah, so $2.45 it could have turned to 70K, or pardon me, 7K a pack. I don't even blink at that, okay? That from the scales of money that I have lost out on, that is like a sandwich at Burger King. Time-traveling Des would use a booster pack of beta to wipe his ass on his way to go buy some Bitcoins. You and your $2.45, f*** off with that. That shit don't faze me no more, bro. I'm dead inside. This video's going to a weird place, but that happens when you lose $100 million. Usually you get a little f***y in the head. Anyway, back to this scam of a story. Keep in mind, There is no such thing as an unsearched pack of beta. I don't care how big your company is, how much money you make, or how much you want to be, quote, the company selling shovels, which is, of course, a reference to I don't like variants. The best way to make money in the gold rush in 1849 was to not go out there, buy a plot of land, and start panning for gold. It was to be the person selling the pans, selling the shovels, selling the mining equipment. You might not make as much as, the top 1% just pulling gold nuggets out of the ground and becoming millionaires, but you're going to make a damn lot of money, and your risk is like zero. So if you want to be just, I don't want a part in any of this variance, this luck, this pulling, this gambling, nothing. I just want to consistently be the person making a medium amount of money, selling the variance to other people, making it their problem. I can see that as a business philosophy. It still holds up to this day. I get it. That said, let's just take some random made-up vendor called Dwarf and Frog, or like Rectangle Kingdom, or like Channel Firebolt. Just some made-up theoretical vendor that doesn't exist or have anything to do with the real-world one. You're telling me that the owners, the employees, everybody with access to this stuff, none of them would just take out like a blunt nylon lock-picking implement or whatever, like a phone repair tool, to be honest. That's what I would use. It's meant to not scratch things. It's blunt. I mean, guitar pick, even. I'm literally just telling people how to do this, but let's just say that horse has already left the barn. And then like a 400 lumen flashlight. Okay, so you spend a grand total of about $8.25 to find out what's in your booster to see if it contains a card worth upwards of, $10,000 to $100,000. I don't care how successful your business is. Okay, 100K is 100K. 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand is 20 grand. All right. Nobody is not going to search these packs. Okay. If they are in somebody's possession, they have pulled out a flashlight and found out what's in them. I guarantee you. The only exception is, grandma found her son's old magic cards and he went off to college and they were in the attic and, look, it's a sealed thing of beta. What do you mean searching them? You know what? No, I'm going to sell them at auction. Okay, that makes sense. A verifiable thing, verifiable story. You trust grandma. Cool. Nobody searched those. They went straight from son's, 100% sealed up factory original from in the attic, straight to auction, straight to you. Nobody searched it. Cool. Great. That kind of shit doesn't happen, and anytime you hear one of those stories, it is false. An origin story like that is what we call too good to be true in the industry. But once it's in the hands of Channel Firebolt or Rectangle Kingdom or whatever made-up thing I made for Troll and Toad, who have been accused of selling sorted, scaled, and box-mapped packs in the past, FYI, specifically them, accused, not proven, accused multiple times, not proven. In my opinion, their company's run by douchebags, dishonest assholes, but that's my opinion. Anyway, once it's in the hands of any of those people, ain't nobody not taking a damn flashlight to them, okay? And they get good at it, okay? Bare minimum, they'll leave a couple Power 9s in there and make a big hoo-ha about, look at this person who ordered from us and look what they opened on camera. They got a Power 9 thing. Look at that. It can happen. While they remove, 75% of the Power 9 from the packs themselves and then just send out a tiny, artificially, lowered amount of them. There's so much plausible deniability in a scam like that. So the only question left is this Michael person, where the hell did he get this pack? So in case you didn't, read the title, let me just finish the rest of the story here. While trying to search it with a flashlight, he went on Reddit and asked how to do it, and everybody's reply was, haha, this is searched AF. No such thing as a non-search beta pack. You got scammed, you're an idiot. Which, yeah. So he tries and tries and tries, gives up too hard, can't get, a good read on what's inside. The light's not good enough, not the right pitch, not the right tool, who knows, whatever. It is quite hard, I will say that. But then one morning he's like, you know what, I'm just going to get a little more aggressive with it. I'm going to move the cards and just, let's try this again. I really, really, really want to know what's inside. So he's standing there and he accidentally, allegedly, unseals the back. He does something to nick the plastic or whatever, puts a hole in it. And now he's like, well, shit. So he's like, okay, I guess I gotta open it. So, with trembling hands, he goes card by card, and then he says the very last card, which that's also sus. He said the very last card was Lotus. First of all, weren't there a stack of 3 to 5 rares in these? I could just look this up, but I don't give enough of a shit because he's lying anyway, in my opinion, and this is all scam, in my opinion. But yeah, he said the very last card was Lotus. Well, isn't it commons, rares, then uncommons in a beta booster pack? I could be wrong there. I don't think it's the very last card. I don't think it can be the very last card. I'm pretty sure I've seen open boosters open some beta stuff and some alpha stuff, and the rares were not at the very back. They were near the back. But this guy claims it was the very last card. Now, maybe the reporter misinterpreted it. He meant it was the very last card in the rares section. I don't know. So, he runs around, tells his girlfriend not to touch the table, runs around in his underwear looking for a top loader. Oh, ha, 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 chaotic scene, crazy. Isn't this such a great news story? It's a little too cliche. It's a little too entertaining, okay? I mean, we all open boosters in our underwear. That's like, how else would you do it? We all pulled a $100+ card and ran around in our underwear looking for top loaders. That ain't nothing new. But it's like everything together, it's a little too tidy. And just the fact that he bought from some sort of online vendor, I assume, a pack of beta that wasn't searched, it's not possible, in my opinion. As much as I'd love to say that there's established companies out there that are just shovel companies that don't look inside the boosters, nobody is going to turn down like a $100,000 potentially PSA 9.5 or above Alpha Lotus, okay? Or like any beta Power 9, it's like a couple grand. I get it. They probably make millions on singles. Okay, that might not be that much, but like beta Power 9, I mean, that stuff can go upwards of $50,000 to $100,000. Like I said, that's a lot. That's a lot of damn money. No matter how much you make as the owner, that is a huge amount of money. What could you buy with that? I mean, that's ridiculous. So this whole thing about how do I search it? Should I have bought it? Ooh, I'm such a dumbass who didn't research this, even though I did know better and should have, and everything's sus AF. All that drama was going down on Reddit. Everybody's calling him out. And as soon as he's like, oh, look, a Lotus, I opened a Lotus. Woo. People are immediately jumping to, well, this is a scam to try to drum up interest in something that he has some kind of controlling interest in, or somebody just paying him to do it, buying, sealed beta. So probably a week or two from now, he's going to reveal, oh, I bought it from this vendor. Oh, that vendor sells stuff that could have Power 9 in it. That vendor is so honest that they don't, hold a flashlight up and pull every Lotus they see for personal resale. Wow, what a bunch of saints. Everybody go buy from them, and there's a huge rush on it. That type of vendor doesn't exist, okay? In my opinion, nobody's like that. All the ones claiming to be like that and having plausibly deniable, examples of, oh, look, this person bought it and they opened that. Yeah, great, cool. I'm not saying you stole all of them. I'm saying you stole 90% of the Power 9. So yes, one or two people here and there opened a Lotus or a whatever, Mox or who knows. Doesn't mean you didn't steal the rest of them with box mapping. Then there's old school foil scaling. That's a thing. Don't buy sealed products. They're either resealed or they're counterfeits or they were mapped. Those are your three options. You're not going to get a legitimate product. It's that simple. So I'm on team Michael is lying. He was in on this. He obviously makes plenty of money, but then again, if he lost a bunch of money on the stock market and was talking to a friend, they're like, hey, I've got a scam I could get you in on. Hey, you wanna do something with this? You wanna pretend to open a Lotus and I'll literally just let you keep the Lotus and then we'll make, an inflated price selling a bunch of beta. Yeah, I could see somebody doing that. I mean, plus, no matter how much money you got, who's going to turn down that kind of money? The guy lives in New York. He probably wants to jump ship from his partnership and go live and work somewhere else. So, I mean, a really, really bad pack of beta, if you open like some fairly low-end, nothing too great cards, you could end up with something on the hundreds to maybe upwards of like $1,000 scale, depending upon grading and stuff. And the packs tend to be between, I think, like 5,000 and 10,000. It's hard to nail them down. There really is no standard price because they're so rare. By the way, it just occurred to me that a beta booster pack, and then I think there was like a beta starter deck that had a semi-randomized thing. I think those were the ones with the rare in the wrong position, but I'm sure everybody's already commented that. Anyway, honestly, I didn't even know there was two different beta products, but this one says 15 cards, and I know that beta ones were bigger that I've seen open, so I just assume they're two different products. Once again, I don't give enough of a shit to look it up, because I have zero interest in this entire market of this whole scene. I hate older cards. I don't play with older cards. I don't even play with paper cards anymore. I actually hate this entire game and the company behind it. I don't know if you noticed. So anyway, yeah, people think that he bought up a bunch of loose packs. He found the one with the Lotus, opened it, and he's going to try to sell the rest himself through some kind of thing and then claim that that's really the person he bought it from, but really it's just him or it's a friend or business partner of his. Something like that, where as soon as he says, oh, this is where I got it from, and everybody rushes there, he's going to get paid from them or his payment was the Black Lotus. So, I mean, I think probably if somebody at the FTC gave enough of a shit, they'd probably look into it and try and prove that he had some kind of communication, get some kind of warrant for his emails and his texts and all that to see if he was in communication with somebody selling these, to be like, hey, let's open a Black Lotus to drum up support. And then all the YouTubers like Jake Paul are going to go out and, buy them for $10K a pop inflated price. And all the ones that go out now are searched. I mean, that could be $1 million+ scam. So, don't discount that. Just saying. But yeah, I think you should just not fall for it. Just call the entire story BS like I am and just disbelieve the whole thing. That's the simpler method, don't you think? What's the alternative? You have to believe that a vendor didn't search them to the point where they wouldn't have, even if they partially searched and pulled a Black Lotus and let like a time walk go out or something, or like some second-rate Mox Pearl or whatever. Like, nobody lets a Black Lotus go out as like their look, we're legit thing. Okay, that's the highest one. I just don't believe it. I don't believe there's a vendor on this planet dumb enough to not search them with a flashlight and with such astonishing morals that they on principle won't do it. It doesn't matter how much of a shovel company you want to be when you've got like, shine a flashlight here to see if this contains a gold nugget right in front of you. I mean, you got to toss the damn shovel across the room, get a flashlight, and you're going to go find your damn gold, okay? So I don't believe one word of this story. I think it was all set up, or it's possible the vendor searching these just missed it. They couldn't get a read on it, or like they thought they saw something they didn't, thought it said Black, not Lotus. I don't know. There's not a vendor that doesn't know these are searchable. If you're selling the product, you know about the product. Okay. It's not believable. This wouldn't happen. This doesn't happen. It's not going to happen, which means that he is lying. I mean, it all comes down to who he bought this from though. If he says, oh, no, I didn't get this from a vendor, I got it from an auction site, and they got it from some old lady in her attic, then okay. All right, then he's not lying. He's just lucky. But with the other 99% of the probability, I think something's going on here. I mean, just think about it. Like, he orders it without knowing they're searchable, then finds out they're searchable, then tries to search it, then doesn't know how to do it, then makes a mistake, then just happens to accidentally nick it. That's just too many things. Oh, then accidentally pulls the most expensive card. No, this didn't happen. This did not happen with natural probability and odds, because it can't happen. I would absolutely double down on that, sparing any future developments or proof, or I don't know. He lied. Let's just cut the shit. He lied. In my opinion, and everything in this video is just my opinion, my take on it. He's a liar, a scammer, and something's up with this, okay? Whether he's a willing participant or not, something ultra mega sus is going on here. So don't believe the lies. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys next video.